when Jesus wore the crown of thorns and he wore the cross on his back,
Yep.
he probably was thinking, it'd be a lot easier to take this shit off. I'd be more comfortable.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't look so cool. Nobody would remember him.
He was thinking about all the statues.
Exactly. In every
all the
fucking
portraits
picture,
of him.
He's got the cross and the crown of thorns.
Looking like
was
a
it comfortable?
badass.
No. Was it iconic? Yes.
I just wore a crown of thorns, and it was not comfortable.
Yeah, let's talk about that as a perfect segue.
I know.
real.
Hey, man,
Sean
I
played
know.
Jesus Christ in our latest video, the God of War 4 leak. Did you see it? What'd you think about it?
That's right. This past couple weeks, there was an actual, supposedly, leak about a new God of War game. Some concept art leaked out, and it showed Kratos interacting with Norse mythology. He's left the Greek stuff, and now he's doing Norse stuff. He's got a beard.
Yeah.
And so we saw that, and we were just cracking up. It's like, the Greek thing was the whole backbone of God of War. Like, that's what he was from.
Right.
That's what he... So it just seemed kind of funny that he was just leaping over to a different belief system.
Also,
And that catapulted our video.
Just on a side note, Greek mythology, can we just all agree it's the best mythology?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Not
I don't
at
know
all.
if I agree with that. I probably agree with that. But
I
I
just feel like that's the standard.
it is the standard. That's true.
You know what I think? We are members of Western culture.
Yeah.
That all comes that's from Greece.
Yeah.
This Greek mythology is our heritage.
What's
That's
your
like
favorite?
Hercules and all that is like...
numero uno.
Greek. What's my favorite?
It's like mythology begins. It's classic. I mean, it's the definition of classic.
I get it. And I enjoy it to a point, but
Sure.
I find, and it's funny that this new leak was about Norse mythology. I find that stuff like Thor, Odin, Loki, I find that, the Eddas and Sagas stuff, way more interesting than Greek stuff. And I've never played the God of War series just because I don't like or really care that much about
Greek stuff.
Wow,
Greek
you
stuff.
really don't
So, are
care.
you excited for the new one?
I
then?
am actually because
You would like playing it.
no.
Those games in general.
I
but-
played
but-
the demos. Like there was a version of God of War 2 that came on something. I played the
Yeah.
shit out of it. Some Hydra battle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was cool.
you remember that?
Yep.
And I remember waiting in line forever at E3, dodging all kinds of crazy people
Yeah.
to play like a 15-minute demo. That's why the line was so
Yeah,
goddamn
that's
long.
right. That's right.
Those games were fun. I just didn't care for like the whole storyline, and there was other action adventure stuff out there for me to play at the time. So I just never chose that franchise. But now that is jumping to a topic that I am interested in, I might check it out. That Final Fantasy for me has always embodied the Norse mythology in it as well. So
I guess so. It doesn't really aim for that, but it's got a lot of like references.
a lot
to
of
it.
Japanese games, like there's like
Yeah.
oh, now it escapes me. The Code. Oh fuck.
Veronica.
No. There's a
Code of Princess.
No, there's another.
Code Talkers.
Stop. I'm not gonna get it.
Okay.
I can't.
Code of
Anyway.
Hero, the Beast Wars episode.
Code of conduct.
Yeah, that was it.
Codex.
But anyway, Cotex.
So our God of War video came out. It's funny because we kind of like just threw it together this week.
Yeah.
Flying by the seat of our pants because we're preparing for our trip to Boston coming up. We'll talk about that in a second. But
Yeah, we heard about that leak, and we just wanted to make something, about it, and try to get it out as soon as we could.
yeah, so we wrote the video and we were kind of like just not getting too specific with all the gags. Like we'll cover conspiracy theories, we'll cover recipes, we'll cover children's TV shows, and then like in the process of filming it, we really had to hone it in. Like, okay, so what are these conspiracy theories we're going to cover?
Yeah.
What are all the world religions we're going to take on? What are these children's shows? But I think it all came together actually, like the Vishnu costume and the Jesus stuff.
Oh, they look good.
It didn't even occur to us that we had a Barney costume like sitting in our closet.
Yeah,
had
we've
it
had it
for
there
years.
for a long time.
We just wrote this joke like, yeah, Kratos will take on children's shows. And I was thinking like, so we'll green screen like Kratos like fighting Dora or something else. We'll come up with something. But then, yeah, Sean brilliantly suggested like, hey, let's just kill Barney.
Yeah, we have Barney.
Hey, we have
here.
a Barney costume here.
Which worked out for the video, but was really fucking annoying
It
during
was
the process of
God.
filming.
I think that was probably, of all the costumes we've ever been in, that was the most annoying costume with people around us. It's just these
Yeah.
kids. Yo, Barney! Yo,
Barney! Yo, let me get a picture, Barney!
So for this
Barney!
latest video, we were filming across the street from a high school, and I guess everybody came out right when we got there. School was dismissed, so it was like all these like stupid girls and stupid skater dudes. Seriously, it's the kind of people like have their hands in each other's pockets and they're walking around like one person just be like, yo, Barney! Yo! Barney, you're my friend!
Why are you hurting my friend?
Hey, Barney, do this. What's this? Do this.
Why is that guy hurting my friend Barney? Yo, at one point, Sean was riding a scooter. Barney don't ride a scooter.
Hey, Barney doesn't ride a scooter.
Hey, Barney don't ride a scooter.
Barney doesn't ride a scooter, bro.
It's like, yeah, we hear you.
It's so funny because that was one of the first times ever I was telling Derek that I felt the true transition from teenager to adult is in that moment.
It finally happened.
They're yelling and Derek went, I'm having a conversation with my friend. Anyway, and it ended it. And I just thought, wow, we really are this and they're that.
Yeah.
You know, it was the first time I ever felt like, yeah, I'm not among these shitheads. It was an interesting moment. But anyway.
Yeah, I like to consider myself a pretty immature and annoying person.
Yeah.
But I was fucking outdone during the filming of this video.
I was gonna say there's something that actually I don't think we brought up again, but I think at one point they were going, Barney, hey Barney, can you get a picture with me, my friend? I think at one point Derek actually went, it's not Barney, it's my friend in a suit. like completely obvious, but they didn't know what to respond with. They were like, well,
That's funny.
They were trying to make all these jokes. Oh, Barney doesn't do that. Oh, Barney doesn't fight. Oh, Barney doesn't do this. Barney doesn't run around. So I just had to tell them it's not really Barney.
Yeah,
it's not the real Barney.
It seemed like the most obvious thing,
Treat 'em like
but
little
like
kids.
none of these shitheads knew what to say after that. They were like, well, yeah, well.
Yeah, sorry.
That's funny.
I
Shut
Wake
him
the
down.
fuck up.
Is Barney still a show? I was surprised they even knew what Barney was.
I think Barney is
honestly.
still around.
I think it is.
And he's being released on like videos, VHS.
Yeah, it was an
VHS.
iconic.
Coming out on VHS now.
I'm sure they're still releasing Barney VHS.
Maybe
That and kids songs.
If you
somewhere.
dressed up as Shusha, they might not
Kids
have
Bop?
recognized you, but
Kids songs. Or
Kids
Kids
Songs
Bops.
is the Kids
Kids
Bop's
Songs is-
knockoff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Kids songs are like a DVD of kids like going to Six Flags singing songs
I-
with all the rides and stuff.
I had
It's like,
VHS of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because Kids Boss was a CD.
yeah. Kids songs was the.
it was
it's
like-
all shitty.
It was like, how much is that doggy in the window? And fucking,
Kids Bop's was hilarious because they would do really adult songs. They do Bruno Mars, and it's like, oh, and they would list the song, and it's like, well, the chorus of that song is "Your sex takes me to paradise." So, what are these kids gonna say?
The first Kids Bops I ever heard, was The First Cut is the Deepest.
yeah,
And I didn't even know what that song was. I wasn't very familiar with that song because I was like,
Yeah.
is this about like suicide or self-mutilation?
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
fucking know what these kids are singing about.
yeah, really.
I still don't know what The First Cut is the Deepest is. Like when you get
Did-
broken up with.
Did Kids Bop's ever do "Lick My Pussy and My Crack" or whatever?
no, that was Peaches.
That wasn't official Kids
Right.
Bops. I think that was like some unofficial download.
That was some fucked up bootleg you got.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's just your.
Did they ever do that one song "Kill 'Em"? Fucking kill 'em. I don't care if it hurts.
Oh, shellac, Prayers to
Shellac.
God. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
They
sure
did
that.
shellac.
They
Oh,
did.
cool.
Yeah, they got shellac.
What was the kids group that you bought their album and their T-shirt from?
Kids of Whitney High.
Yeah, Kids of Whitney High. I think
Yeah.
they did that shellac cover.
Now they're just the adults of Whitney High, and it's a lot less cute.
The adults of Whitney Street.
It's not cute at all. You're right.
Yeah. I wanted to say one more thing about the God of War video. We had the Jesus costume, we had the Vishnu costume, and we were preparing all that stuff. We kind of got the costumes together before we even filmed the line. So then Rocco and I went out. We were filming. We actually filmed at our old school. Shh, don't tell nobody.
Uh-oh.
We weren't supposed to be there, but nobody knew. We just broke right in. And we were filming these lines about like world religions. And on the spot, we just had an idea for a joke, which is, hey, let's list Christianity. We'll show Jesus. Let's list Hindu. And then we'll say, but we didn't forget about Islam. Kratos treats them the worst.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
just improvised.
That was
like,
great.
You know.
That was just an improvised joke, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't really want to shit on any religion too hard.
Yeah.
And also, I think Islam gets it pretty bad lately. So, we touched on it, and then we moved on. There were so many comments on
Yeah.
the video. People, wow,
I knew you were gonna puss out.
you pushed out because you didn't go hard enough.
I knew you didn't have any balls.
Oh, they want you to put a depiction of Muhammad in your video. So
I don't
you
know,
can
but-
get fucking shit on the.
I don't know, but it really surprised me in this day and age how many people were like, you need to persecute that religion more.
Yeah,
right.
We had already bought the 2 costumes that we did. We just improvised more lines about others. That was it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, guys, we need to have a talk about who we're attacking here. We
You
didn't
guys
care.
used to be edgy.
Hey,
We used to be edgy.
hey, I'll go out on a limb and say I think Jesus is one of the funniest religious figures. That's not disrespectful, but he's just he's just like funny guy. I don't know. Like the whole cross incident is a little goofy if you think about it.
Wow.
No, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like,
This close
why'd
to
you
Easter.
do this?
This close to
It's true.
Easter.
No, you know what I mean?
I saw the Passion of the Christ. Now this is such a goof.
Yeah.
This is goofy.
He's risen, but what an original goofball he was.
Yeah, original prankster. Offspring. That was about Christ.
Was Jesus a buttercreamer, or did they not let him in the group?
He was the
He
first.
died so there could be buttercreamers.
Okay. In his wake, buttercream came. So that's all. Yeah, sometimes it's funnier to not go to the edge. We realize as we get older and more in control of our comedy mastery. So check it out if you haven't seen it. I'm happy. Good video.
I was gonna
Hey.
say, oh yeah,
I was gonna say I thought Brian stole that video for me. I thought Brian.
yeah. We needed that. We needed that ending scene, and Brian was like just getting off work. It was like, do you want to come down? Yeah, I'll be right there. Okay. What am I doing? And then he showed up. What am I doing? All right. Take your shirt off. Just get your head real wet. I'm like, all right.
Old wethead.
I didn't see the final cut before it was on YouTube, so like I wasn't prepared for Brian at all. I was pleasantly surprised. That was great.
Oh yeah, I did want to say too. It was kind of like a last minute addition to let the editing be all sloppy. It was gonna be a leaked. It was always gonna be a leaked video, but then in editing, it was like, what if this isn't even a leaked video? This is just like raw, unedited footage.
Yeah.
So all the like takes, the double takes, none of that stuff was planned beforehand.
Yeah, it
those,
was all legit.
Those are actual legitimate
Rocco's saying I can say that better.
flubs on the lines,
Yeah.
and it's actually funny because. That's how it is every time we film a Mega64 video, but we always cut that out. In every single Mega64 video, and we all do it. We'll flub our lines and just be like, stop, let me try that again.
Yeah.
And just go right into it. And this is the one time where you actually get to see that. So that was a bit of realism for you.
Yeah, but the one thing I knew I wanted to do, even from the beginning though, is export the video in a way.
Yes.
Put it on YouTube in a format that
Is it like a DNA
like
lace?
not even HD, but like in a format where it's clearly a DVD rip. And so I converted it once really nice, and then I converted that into like a 480p DivX rip or something completely stupid. And I actually think that effect helped it a lot too. It really felt illegal.
I saw comments that people found like that is exactly what.
Yeah,
you did.
it felt illegal
Pointed
to
it
watch
out.
it. It just it felt like shitty screener or something like that. So I think that worked out.
Felt like a crime.
My favorite detail though from the video is one that most people miss, but I do want to say I love that Jesus's crown of thorns has the motion capture balls on it. Like you can barely see it in the
fit
video,
right on.
but because the sky's behind him, but he does have them on, and I just think that's funny. Like,
Those were-
like the one thing the motion capture is the crown of burden that he wears.
That was actual thorns. That was a legit. That wasn't like prop.
Yeah, I ordered it. I saw, Crown of Thorns. They had prop Crown of Thorns, like, if you wanted a Jesus costume or whatever. Yeah. But I ordered one that, as it turns out, was like made in the Holy Lands, like formed in like Jerusalem or something like that.
It said grown in Bethlehem.
Yeah, so they, it was that. So it was
we
real.
tennis, ping pong balls on that one.
How did that feel to wear that?
Sorry.
That holy relic.
It was
Pious.
It hurt. It hurt my head.
Now you get it.
I get it. It wasn't pleasant.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways.
sorry about that.
Yeah. So that was our new video.